Hi loves, welcome back. I'm Coach Kara and we are here with another dating video. So this video is more particularly made for those who are new to dating, not quite sure what certain things may mean as far as texting goes. So this is for teens or those who are just quite inexperienced when it comes to dating and you just need a little bit more information. All right, so today we are talking about what does this text mean. All right, so I'm going to give you 10 of the most common ways most guys text, so you could just have a little understanding and just to kind of identify where you may stand with this person, okay, or if it's meaningful or meaningless as far as this text goes. So firstly, we want to start by saying when it comes to text message, you always want to be able to decipher, okay? You want to make out what is being said without actually being said, or when something is being said, what does it really mean, okay? So you have to be, I guess, quite keen on words. And so if this guy is texting you throughout the day, start with morning, afternoon, how's it going? He's communicating with you throughout the day and it comes off as benevolent. There isn't any malicious vibes that's coming from the text. Then more so than likely, this person is interested. He wants to keep up with you. See how your day is going, if you're going to be active, just to find ways to communicate more. You start talking about one thing that just transitions into another conversation, that sort of thing. So this is a guy who is pretty much interested, for the most part. But then of course, we always want to take note of someone's actions. Next, replying. Does he reply back immediately? Now, for some people, this is a great thing, but again, as I just stated, what is the text implicating? Is it just to continue a discussion, or is he replying back to push things along further? You understand? To get to where he's trying to get to. To make it seem as though he's interested. It could be a deceptive way, but then again, if he's replying back immediately, that means he has availability to text you back. You might be high priority to give you a text back. But again, we always want to know what the text is in regards to, and then you can make your assessment. Now, if someone is not texting you back right away, but they're giving you like a genuine conversation when they do. Because let's be real, people have lives, they may be busy, and I know there's really no excuse for someone not replying back, but some people just can't get back to you right away like that. But when they do, they make up for it, hey, what's going on? You want to meet up? That there's meaningful dialogue. So why did you get a late reply? Was it a few hours late, or was it 2 days? You understand? So you really want to make a full assessment of why that was a late reply, and you will have your answer to if this guy is interested. Okay, you always want to be discerning of the verbiage that's being given to you. All right, next, when we speak of verbiage, is it like sentences, like dialogue that they're giving you? Because if this guy is giving you meaningful dialogue, this is someone who wants to converse with you. He wants to have a discussion. You understand what I'm saying? Even if the text doesn't go on continuously, but even still, he wants to have dialogue, and that is quite meaningful, and it could signify interest. However, if you're only receiving those 2-word texts, what's up? What you doing? I'm good. More so than likely, my love, he's probably a player, not all that interested, may have other interests or people that he, interacts with, that sort of thing. And so he's just trying to play it cool, trying to play it chill. the less words that I say, the more that she or he will say, because they want to converse more. So it's kind of like a tactic to have you chase him. You know, he wants to know what's on your mind. And to keep you from knowing what's on his mind, he gives you the bare minimum to keep you guessing. You understand what I'm saying? And so for someone who is, I guess you could say, lonely or need attention, they're more likely to go after him a bit more passionately. You understand what I'm saying? And that's kind of what he wants. It's a manipulative tactic that actually works. All right. So when he texts you, is it only flirting and compliments, you know, very light surface level, you know, text threads? Is it just very on the surface? Or is he flirting with you because he's really enamored by your beauty or your personality? Is he saying that? Like, I'm really impressed by how intelligent you are, you know? Is it those type of compliments? Is it that type of flirting? Again, you really want to assess what those words are saying to you. They're speaking boldly and quite loudly. It's up to you to be receptive to it. I mean, he's telling you right there in plain text what it is that he wants from you. Okay, and most of these text threads, they become misconstrued. Just take a moment to assess: is it a pattern? You know, have you received other texts that were similar to it? And then you make your assessment: is this something, you know, innocent and genuine, you know, or not? Because I'm telling you guys, if you don't make that assessment and follow suit correctly, all right, need I say more? Yes. So a lot of guys, especially ones who could be, you know, a player, they like to send those good morning texts. Good morning, beautiful. How did you sleep? You know, and it's to make you feel all wanted and you're receiving attention and make you feel special, even though he just sent that same text to like 4 other people. You understand what I'm saying? So the goal for this type of guy is to see what he can get out of that day. So if I start with something pleasant early in the morning, by 5 o'clock, I'll be texting, hey, what you doing tonight? You know, tonight. You understand what I'm saying? You get where I'm going? What you doing tonight? And that's pretty much all it really is any other time. Like, it makes you feel special because he hit you up or message you at, you know, 5 o'clock, 5 or 6 o'clock in the evening just to be able to hook up with you that night. Think about that. Now, it's quite different if he genuinely is saying, good morning, hope you have a wonderful day, that sort of thing, and then maybe text a little bit more throughout the day. How's your day going? Da-da-da-da. Any plans for that? You know, you can really assess how authentic someone is seriously by how they are texting and then what follows thereafter, right? Okay. Now, we have someone who may hide behind his text because perhaps he's reserved and shy, doesn't want to be rejected. So there's some fear there. So he put all of his thoughts into that text. You know, he hides behind his text because he's very much interested. Doesn't necessarily want to meet up because he might be, again, shy, may think you may not like his appearance, or just have some insecurities. And it's just easier to just text. Yet, you know, he's a bit too reserved, but interested. And there really isn't anything wrong with that. So I think what needs to be had here is just, if you're interested, just to reassure, or just simply kind of cut it off, because we don't want to string someone along if we're not interested. But hopefully you didn't give this person your number just because, if you're not interested, you know, that would just be, yeah, not a good look at all. So another texting style would be, this is a guy who self-express. He opens up to you. He's vulnerable. There's like a lot of emotions. He's sharing what he feels, sharing his thoughts, and very receptive to yours as well. So there's a lot of verbiage, and you guys could text, if not all day long, maybe all night long. And there's a connection that's being built. You know what I'm saying? So if a guy is really being self-expressive and he's sharing different things and about his past, good, maybe even some bad or whatever, but he's expressing that to you with words so that you can see them. You understand what I'm saying? And that is how a bond between you two will be built. So that is a very good thing if you can get a guy to just open up and share certain things, because when you meet in person, it'll be as though you've been knowing them for quite some time. Which brings me to my next. If a guy is texting you, and even if it isn't as consistent, but yet when he texts you, hey, I was just thinking about you, you wanted to just go hang out at, I don't know, Bryant Park or something. May not necessarily be a date, but he wants to be in your company, be in your presence. You may not be much of a communicator, you understand what I'm saying? So some guys don't even like talking on the phone, they prefer to text. Everyone has their own preference, or vice versa. Or then you have that one guy who's not really into the whole dialogue thing at all. He'd rather do it in person and meet up with you and hang out and connect with you. Or he could be that guy who's not really into those two things, but when he does want to connect with you, it's on some sex thing, you know what I'm saying? He's just trying to smash. Yeah, so you really want to be quite discerning. And lastly, you will know if you are a high or low priority in this person's world by how and when and what he texts you. Okay? So if you're getting the bare minimum, like every other day or maybe a couple times out of the week, you're very low on the scale. But if it's at least once a day, how you doing, or let's meet up, it's consistent, it's honest, it's like no shenanigans or whatever, you're very high on the list. Okay, I won't say high, but you're up there. And he's giving you that interest vibe. I'm interested in you. I want to know you more. That's what you want to expect. I mean, I don't know what your intentions are or your motives. All right, so hey, be receptive to whatever's going to work for you, for whatever it is that you need. You might want someone who's only going to connect with you a couple times out of the week, and then you hook up, and then that's that. If that's what you want, then do your thing. But I'm saying if you're looking for something more, you want to look for how this person is receiving you and responding. Okay, and when. Yeah? So that matters. Those two things really matter most, or three, I should say, when it comes to texting. Texting, it can be quite confusing. Things become misconstrued. So if you're not meeting in person, face to face, to clarify or to reiterate certain things that, oh, okay, so that's what you meant when you said that. Okay, make it make sense, because things can get lost in translation when you're texting. So if you're not doing that, then you don't have much of anything. All right, my love. So I just wanted to share that with you all for those who are just new to dating or just kind of just confused a bit. Hopefully that was informative for you. All of my information will be linked down below if you need further dating coaching. But I thank you so much for joining me always. Until next time.